dear students. So this is Telugu TG sir. I hope all of you guys are safe at home and be careful about the coronavirus and stay at home and stay safe. Last time we have started in the papers and we have finished thermal properties of matter, and also we have started of course electric charges and fields. I have finished 2 classes in that on papers only. So just only 2 classes finished. That's why I want to repeat this lesson again, and therefore from this lesson onwards let us explain only on the board. One request to all of you guys that if you are unable to see the words what I am writing on the board, just you zoom the video while watching. Be careful please. And let us start our topic. Electric charges and fields. This is the first lesson in the second year and very important for objective as well as theory and board exams also. So now every material contains many number of smallest particle. Those particles are called atom. Each atom contains many number of the particles inside. Those particles are called fundamental or elementary particle. Many number of elementary particles present, but among them the most important particles to study about the electric charges and fields are only 3 particles. Those are electron, proton and neutron. And these particles are called subatomic particles or elementary particles or fundamental particles. Now let us start with this 3 particles only. All these 3 particles contain 2 important properties. One property is the electric charge, or simply I have written here charge, and one property is the mass. First of all, let us discuss about the charge, then after let's go for the mass. The least possible charge in this universe is, or the least or the smallest value of the electric charge in this universe is, that is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Means what? There is no any other particle or there is no any other material contain the charge smaller than this charge. Therefore, its name is elementary charge and also called fundamental charge. It is represented by small a and its value is the fixed value, that is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Here coulomb is the SI unit of electric charge. And this fundamental or elementary charge is associated with the 2 particles out of the 3. Those 2 particles is one is electron and its charge is minus e, therefore its value is minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And the second particle is proton and its charge is plus e, therefore that is plus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And for the neutron there is no charge, therefore it is a neutral particle. And whenever you come to the masses, the mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg, and mass of the proton and mass of the neutron also I have given there. And if you observe closely, all of you people think that here 9.1 is greater than 1.6. That's why the mass of the electron is greater than masses of the other two particles. But that is wrong. Why? Because don't see this numerical part, just you see this multiplication factor. Therefore here 10 power minus 31, here 10 power minus 27 is there. Therefore 10 power minus 31 is the very smaller than the 10 power minus 27 kg. And one more here, what is that? One more point is that 1.6725 into 10 power minus 27 kg is the mass of the proton, and 1.6150 into 10 power minus 27 is the mass of the neutron. If you observe them, here 1.67, here 10 power minus 27, 10 power minus 27, all are the same, but here this is the 25, this is the 50. Therefore now the mass of the proton is nearly equal to mass of the proton, mass of the neutron. Therefore of course mass of the neutron is a little bit more than the mass of the proton, but approximately we can take both are equal only. Therefore now from that we can write one equation. What is that? Therefore if you observe it closely now, so the mass of the neutron nearly equal to mass of the proton, and this mass of the proton and neutron combinedly is much greater than the mass of the electron. Therefore, that is the important equation which is related to the masses of the three fundamental particles. And once again, come back to the charge again. And for example, every material contains three particles. We discussed electron, proton, neutron. For example, here electron provides the negative charge due to its negativity, and the proton provides the positive charge due to its positive charge positivity. And one more important point you should notice that, so electron charge is the negative, positive charge, proton charge is the positive. All of you think that this negative charge is smaller than the positive. Why? Because negative numbers are the smaller than the positive number. That is only valid for the numbers, but here it is not like that. Why? Because electron and proton both are contain equal amount of the charge, but their polarity is opposite. Here the negative means it is not having the smaller charge, and the positive means it is not having the more charge. Both are having equal and opposite amount of the charges. Therefore, electron provides the negative charge to the body, and protons provides the positive charge to the body. And for example, in a body there are the n1 electrons are present and n2 protons are present, and due to this n1 electrons, the total negative charge is what? Q negative is equal to n1 into minus c. Why? Because for the single electron the charge is minus c. Therefore, for such type of the n1 electron, the total charge is minus n1 into e, and for the n2 protons, therefore the total positive charge here, so this is the positive charge q positive is equal to n2 into plus e, that is equal to plus n2e. But what is the total charge of the body? The total charge of the body is equal to charge of the body due to electrons plus charge of the body due to protons. Therefore, the total charge on the body is equal to q plus q negative. Therefore, now just you substitute there, you can get that n2 minus n1 into e, where e is the, as I told you, that is the elementary charge or fundamental charge, that is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Therefore, if n2 is the number of protons on the body, n1 is the number of electrons on the body, therefore the total charge on the body q is equal to n2 minus n1 into e, where e is fixed value, that value is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Therefore, if you know the number of electrons and number of protons on your body, you can automatically find out the total charge of the body. Now, come to the another important point. Under stable condition. What is the stable condition? So, a condition in which that the number of electrons are equal to number of proton. When number of electrons are equal to number of proton, that condition of the body or condition of material is called as a stable condition. So under stable condition, the total charge of the body is equal to 0. Why? Because just in this formula you substitute both are equal. So means what? In place of the n2 you substitute n1. n1 minus n1 becomes 0. 0 into anything 0. Therefore the total charge of the body is equal to 0. Therefore under stable condition, every atom electrically neutral. Therefore no atom having any charge when under stable condition only. And so that the body is called what? A neutral body or uncharged body. Therefore now when number of electrons are equal to number of proton, therefore such type of the body is called as a neutral body or uncharged body. Now, to get a charge on the body, what we have to do? We have to disturb the stable condition. Means what? For example, this is one body, this is one more body, and now it is under stable condition. It is also under stable condition. Now, when you rub like this, one body loses the electron, one body gains the electron. Means what? So, to get the charge on a body, the electron should either more than the number of proton or should lesser than the number of proton. Then only a body is said to be a charged body. Otherwise, if 2 means what? Number of electrons are equal to number of proton, then it is not called as a charged body. Therefore, to get a charge on the body or to become a body as a charged body, the number of electrons should not be equal to number of proton. It may equal, it may greater or lesser than the number of proton, but should not be equal to number of proton. Therefore now, so an uncharged body becomes a charged body. Under what condition? If it's a stable state is disturbed, means what? It may lose or gains the electron due to any other extra activities. Therefore now, if n is the number of electrons gained or lost, then the charge on the body is equal to Q is equal to plus or minus N into E, where N is the number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained. Therefore, when you will take the positive Q is equal to plus Ne, if the body loses the electron, means what? When a body loses the electron, positive charge is more, negative charge is less. Therefore, now we have to take that Q is equal to plus Ne. When a body gains the electron, therefore now it is receiving more electron under than stable condition. Therefore, it has more number of electron, means what? More negative charge is there. Therefore, under that condition, you should take that Q is equal to minus Ne. Simply, you can keep that a body which loses the electron, it gains the positive charge, and a body which gains the electron, and it gains the negative charge. Therefore, a body which loses, it becomes positively charged body, and a body which gains the electron, it becomes negatively charged body. I hope all of you understand this, guys. Now once again come to the point of masses, and here, so we know that every electron having a very small but finite amount of the mass, that is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. So now tell me, when two bodies are rubbed like that, electrons are transforming from one body to other body. Means what? For example, if this body loses the electron, this body gains the electron. So now when the electrons are escaping from this material, so due to finite value of mass of the electron, this body which loses the electron also loses the mass, and the body which gains the electron, means what? Already this body have little amount of the mass due to electrons and proton, but so due to the extra electrons coming, so due to that reason this body also gains extra mass. Therefore, a body which loses the electrons also loses its mass, and a body which gains the electrons also gains the mass. But very important point, that this mass gained or lost is neglected. Why? Because the mass of the electrons is very small, that is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg, which is almost all equal to 0 only. Therefore, now for example, if the body loses n electrons, or if the body gains n electron, therefore the mass gained or lost by the body given by the formula m is equal to n into me, where n is number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained, and me is, we know that, mass of the electron, that is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. And one more important point, sir, why are you explaining always about electrons? What about the protons? Because protons also having the positive charge. The reason is, so we know that inside the atom, electrons are present inside the orbits which are out of the nucleus, but protons and neutrons are present inside the nucleus. Those are called nucleons. And inside the nucleus, so among the four natural forces, the strong nuclear forces are active. Therefore, now the neutrons are very strongly bounded to the nucleus. That's why, so they can't come out of the nucleus. Only when you rub the body like this, only electron transformation takes place, because electrons are just very close to the surface inside the orbits, but the protons are not contributing any charge. Why? Because they are strongly bounded to the nucleus with a strong nuclear forces. So now this is the concept today, and on this concept, of course, these are very simple concepts, and in next further classes, let us discuss very deep details of Coulomb's law, electric field concept, electric force concept, and electric potential, all those concepts. These are just basics and fundamentals before starting or before entering into deep details of electric charges and fields. And one more important point, my dear students, here I am explaining only the points which are helpful for the objective. For the remaining, many number of the properties are there, electric properties of the charges are there. Just you watch them, and just you please consider the textbook and refer your textbook. In that, many number of the properties they have given which belong to electric charges, and there is some little bit difference between the electric charges and mass also they have given. Just you read those books which you have with you, and here, so all these concepts are very important. What I am explaining up to now, those are very important for objective purpose. Thank you, all of you. Now, dear students, let us discuss few problems. Already these problems also I have finished on the papers, but let me explain once again because newly we have started the topic. That's why just I will repeat the problems again, and once again you can check, and once again you can listen all this. So now a body loses 10 power 18 electrons for every 1 second. For example, this is the one body. For every 1 second, from this body 10 power 18 electrons, not 1 electron, 2 electron, 3 electron. So 10 power 18, a very large number of electrons are coming in 1 second. Then the time taken by it to get a charge of 2 coulomb. So means what? When the body loses the electron, as I told you, it becomes a positively charged body. Now the question is, to get a charge on this body, 2 coulomb charge, how much time it is taking? That is a question to us. And I have given the options also, A, B, C, D. Now first of all, so let's go for the solution for this. Right. So now first of all, so let us take the given charge. Now the given charge Q is equal to, they have given, that is equal to 2 coulomb they have given, and the number of electrons they have given, number of electrons lost per 1 second. Therefore now 10 power 18 electrons that is lost in 1 second of the time. So now first of all, in this 2 coulomb, how many number of electrons are present, we have to find out. The only from the quantization principle, of course we know that. So now from the formula, so what is that? Q is equal to N into E. But already this small n I have represented with the there. Therefore now let me take that is the total N into E. This formula we have given. Therefore now here the total number of electrons present in the given charge N is equal to Q by E. That is the formula. And this is what N is, the number of electrons contained in a charge of 2 coulomb. Therefore, if you substitute there, you can get that Q is equal to, they have given that is the 2 coulomb, and that is the E value, we know that 1.6 into 10 power minus 90. So now here you can substitute that N is equal to, here this you can write 2 into, what I am writing that, this 10 power minus 19 goes upside, then I am writing that 10 into 10 power 18 by 1.6, and you can change this equation like that. Therefore here 1.6 ones and 1.6 6.25. Therefore now here if you solve, you can get that 2 into here, so 10 by 1.6 become 6.25. Therefore now 6.25 into 10 power 18 we got it. Therefore now the total number of electrons contained in this 2 coulomb, you can get that 2 into 6.25, that is equal to 12.50 into 10 power 18 electrons. This is the total number of electrons present in 2 coulomb. But the question, they are not demanding to find out how many number of electrons present in 2 coulomb. They are asking that, so if the time taken by the body to get a to remove the electrons of 10 power 18, therefore for this number of electrons how much time they are asking. Therefore now, and you know from this what simple, so therefore for 1 second, so for 1 second of the time the number of electrons lost how many, that is equal to 10 power 18. And now here, so what is the time taken by the body to get a number of electrons, that is equal to that is 12.50 into 10 power 18. Therefore now, so for 1 second this many number of electrons are coming out, and for t second, this t value you have to calculate, and how much of the time to remove the electrons of 12.50 into 10 power 18. Therefore simply just you divide it, you will get that t by 1. Therefore just divide, division of the time is equal to division of the number of particles. Therefore that t by 1 is equal to n by n. Therefore now you will get that 12.50 into 10 power 18 by, therefore here n is equal to, that is the 10 power 18, this 10 power 18, 10 power 18 is cancelled. Therefore now the time taken to get a charge of 2 coulomb on the body, that is equal to 12.50 seconds. This is the final answer for the problem. Therefore now here, so if 1 second 10 power electrons are coming out in 2 coulomb of the charge, or to get the charge of 2 coulomb, this much of the time we have to wait. Therefore, 12.50 seconds. Therefore, out of the 4 options, now the second option is the correct answer. Okay, dear students. Now let us discuss one more interesting problem. And you see that a body gains a charge of minus 4.8 into 10 power minus 18 coulomb, the mass of the body. That is the question. So here, a body gains a charge of minus 4.8 into 10 power minus 18 coulomb. The mass they are asking. So now the mass, they are not asking the fixed value to find out. They are asking whether it is increases or decreases or they are asking. You see the options: increases by, decreases by, decreases by. Here they have given the value. Therefore, first of all, we have to confirm whether the mass of the body decreases or increases. If you confirm it, out of the 4 options, only 2 options they are going to be correct. First of all, you see that is minus 4.8 into 10 power minus 18 coulomb. What is the meaning of it? It is a negative charge. So negative charge, when a body becomes a negative charge, if it gains the electron. What I told you, a body which loses the electron also loses the mass, means mass decreases. A body which gains the electron also gains the mass, its mass increases. Now you can confirm. Therefore, this is a negative charge. Negative charge means it receiving electron, means it is gains the electron. When it gains the electron, its mass increases. Therefore, out of these 2 questions, and we can confirm these 2 are absolutely wrong. Therefore, out of the 2 options, we have to select which one is the correct answer. So now, for that, yes. So now, mass formula, we have know that. First of all, I am going to calculate the number of electrons contained. Therefore, now what is that? So from the formula, from the quantization formula, from that Q is equal to minus N into E, I am taking that. So why I am taking the minus? Why? Because the body getting the negative charge. Why? Because it is receiving the electron. Therefore, now here Q is equal to, now you can get that. So N is equal to minus Q by E. Just you substitute the values, you can get the answer. Minus of Q is equal to minus 4.8 into 10 power minus 18 by, and E value we know that 1.6 into 10 power minus 19, and here 1.6 1.3. Therefore, now you can get that N is equal to, here this minus into minus becomes the positive. Therefore, now this 10 power minus 19 goes upside. Here 10 power minus 18 and 10 power plus 19 becomes a 10 power 1. Therefore, now you can get that 3 into this 10 power minus 19 after going upside, it becomes the 10 power 1 only. That is equal to, therefore N is equal to 30. Therefore, now the number of electrons it gains is equal to how many? N is equal to 30. And we know that the mass formula. So what is the mass formula? From the formula M is equal to, now you can say M is equal to mass of the electron into number of electrons it lost or gained. Just you see the video, I have explained there. Therefore, that is equal to, now you can say mass of the electron. You know that that is the 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg into the number of electrons it gains is 30. Therefore, now you can simplify this 30 I am writing as 3 into 10, better to solve the problem easily. Therefore, now you can say that is equal to 9.1 into 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 nines are 27. Therefore, now you can get that 27.3 into, here 10 power minus 31, here 10 power 1 is there. Therefore, it becomes what? 10 power minus 30 kg. This is the answer for our question. And so, therefore, we confirmed that. So due to the negative charge, its mass increases because it receives the electron. Therefore, now the mass increases by 27.3 into 10 power minus 30 kg. Therefore, according to that question, the first option is going to be correct. Hello dear students. Now last 2 problems I have given for homework, and these are compulsory thinkable problems, because read the question carefully and given the options here. For the first question, for the third question I have given the options here, and for the fourth question I have given the options on side. And here the question is which one is the incorrect one, not correct one. Means what? Out of the 4 options, 3 are correct, 1 is the wrong. Which one is the wrong? That is the options you have to select. And here also the thinkable factor is there. Be careful, don't confuse with the question, because the options are nearly same with difference of plus and minus. Thank you all, and work all this.